Yashodanandana Rajashanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Yasho Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Rajajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivadadhari Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadramai. Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadramai. Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaur Hari Bol. Guru Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samved Gaura Bhaktavinda ki. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela, chapter 6. Lord Chaitanya meets Raghunath Das Goswami. Text 47. सुनी प्रभु कहे चोर दिली दर्शन, आया आया आज ही तोरा करी मुदंडन. सुनी प्रभु कहे चोरा दिली दर्शन, आया आया आज ही तोरा करी मुदंडन. सुनी प्रभु कहे चोरा दिली दर्शन, आया आया आज ही तोरा करी मुदंडन. सुनी प्रभु कहे चोरा दिली दर्शन, आया आया आज ही तोरा करी मुदंडन. Any Mataji? word to word meaning. Suni, hearing. Prabhu kahe, Lord Nityanand Prabhu said. Chora, thief. Dili darshan, you have come to see me. Aya, aya, come here, come here. Aji, today. Tora, your. Karimu, I shall do. Dandana, punishment. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hearing this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, you are a thief. Now you have come to see me. Come here, come here. Today I shall punish you. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parichana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Shatadeshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratsve Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Chagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangullangayate girim, yat kripaha tamham vande, Shri Gurun Dinata. Hare Krishna. So today is a very auspicious day, the Panihati Chidadahi festival. So that's why today we are discussing about Raghunath Das Goswami, how he got mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and all the Vaishnavas. So, Panihati Chidadahi festival is not about eating chidadahi and mixed with all fruits and dates and all that. That is also there, but it is about remembering how Raghunath Das Goswami has surrendered his life uh, at the feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, and all the Vaishnavas. So we'll try to discuss something about his life so that we can also try to follow in his footsteps and get mercy of Gaur Nitai and all the Vaishnavas. So Raghunath Das Goswami, uh, he appeared in Saptagram, which is a very holy place, where Nityanand Prabhu performed kirtan for several days, and there it's a group of 7 villages, and there lot of devotees other than Raghunath Das Goswami are also there. So uh, he was born to Govardhan Majumdar, and his uncle uh, Niranya Majumdar. So they were both serving under Nawab Hussain Shah, collecting the taxes. So they would take some commission from whatever they collected. So it is mentioned that they would get several thousands of gold coins as a commission. So they are from a very rich family, very, very rich family. So their family priest was Balram Acharya, and their guru was Yadunandana Acharya. So Haridas Thakur, once when this Raghunath Das Goswami was small child, so once he visited nearby village of Chandpur, where Yadunandana Acharya also went to meet Haridas Thakur. So that time he took this Raghunath Das Goswami. So we know Haridas Thakur is the Namacharya, so much attached to chanting the holy names, every day chanting 3 lakh holy names, and completely absorbed in service of the Lord. So seeing that devotion of Haridas Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami was very inspired. So actually at that point of time, he thought, this is what I also want in my life. This is the wealth which I am also looking for. So although he was very wealthy, but he wanted the wealth of Krishna Prem. He was so attached to Haridas Thakur. So right from childhood, he developed a hankering for the service of the Lord. So eventually, as he grew up, once after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he comes to Shantipur. Jai Shri Shri Gaunitai, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki jai. Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he comes to Shantipur. So at that point of time, with the permission of his parents, Raghunath Das Goswami goes and meets Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he becomes very attracted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So eventually his parents become afraid that this Raghunath Das Goswami may also become like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, take sannyas. So they get him married to a very beautiful girl like Apsara, and they think that maybe this will bind him in the Grahastha ashram and he will not go to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So later on, again when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once wanted to go to Vrindavan, on his way he again comes to Shantipur. So that time again Raghunath Das Goswami goes and meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he says that, please deliver me from this material existence. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that time he instructs him, don't be like a Markat Vairagi. Don't be like a monkey. So monkeys, they appear to be renounced, not wearing any clothes, but they are only engaged in sense gratification. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells him that you should do your material duties perfectly, and when the proper time comes, when Krishna will show his causeless mercy upon you, then you will be able to give up this material existence. So then Raghunath Das Goswami, he goes and he starts assisting his parents properly, waiting for the appropriate time. So in between there is also a pastime where once his father and uncle, they don't pay sufficiently the money, the gold coins. So one of the tax collector complains to the king, Nawab Hussain Shah. So that time they catch Raghunath Das Goswami to punish him. But then Raghunath Das Goswami, he so expertly talks to that Muslim person. He tells that you are like my father, and he convinces him and he makes him release him. So eventually, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Nityananda Prabhu to go and preach in Bengal. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, actually they start from Jagannath Puri along with his associates. Uh, so they go in Harinam Sankirtan. So it takes several days actually, I think several months, because they go into such ecstasy doing kirtan, because they are supposed to go in some direction, they go into such ecstasy that they go in some other direction, and then they ask people, where should we go? They say, this is, you have come wrong direction, you should go in other direction. So like that, after several days they reach Bengal. So when Lord Nityananda Prabhu was at Panihati, so when Raghunath Das Goswami, he comes to know that Nityananda Prabhu is there on the banks of Ganges along with his associates. So that is the time this Panihati Chiradahi means this pastime happened. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he goes and offers obeisances from a distance. He doesn't go near Lord Nityananda Prabhu because he feels that he is not qualified. So this is the humility of Raghunath Das Goswami. We see same attitude in Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami also. They don't feel that they are qualified to directly meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They approach through his devotees. So when Raghunath Goswami was offering obeisances from a distance, one of the devotees tells Nityananda Prabhu that he is offering obeisances. Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu, in this particular verse, is calling him, saying that you are a thief and you come here and I will punish. So what is that punishment? The 48th verse, it is that Prabhu bolaya teho nikate nakare gaman akarshiya tara mate Prabhu darila charan. Then Lord called him, but Raghunath Das did not go near the Lord. Then the Lord forcibly caught him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Das' head. So this is the mercy Lord Nityananda Prabhu gave. Actually, everybody needs Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy to come out of material existence. Arakabe nitai chander karuna hoibe samsare basana mora kabe tu chahabe. So when we get mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, then the samsara becomes kabe tucha, insignificant. So we see all the Goswamis getting mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Even Rupa and Sanatan, all these Goswamis, they initially got mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, then they got mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was very kind to Raghunath Das Goswami. So he tells that you are just like a thief, for instead of coming near, you stay away at a distant place. Now that I have captured you, I shall punish you. Make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. So there were several hundreds of Vaishnavas there actually already. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is giving opportunity to Raghunath Das Goswami to serve all the Vaishnavas. Because by serving the Vaishnavas, Lord is pleased, right? So to help Raghunath Das Goswami to come out of this material existence, Lord Nityananda Prabhu has made this plan by which all the Vaishnavas will be served and they will give their blessings. So Raghunath Das Goswami is very happy to receive this service. So Lord Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tadham Bhakti Upahratam Ashnami Prayatatmana. So Krishna is pleased if you offer him a leaf, fruit, water, all this flower, so which are very cheap, easy to get. Anybody can get, even a poor man can also get. But that doesn't mean that a devotee should only offer every time fruit and flower and water. So Prabhupada says that one should offer Krishna according to one's capacity, right? So Raghunatha Goswami was very wealthy and he can serve Krishna in a much better way. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu gave him opportunity to serve all the Vaishnavas by this Chidadahi. So Raghunatha Goswami was not thinking what is this Lord Nityananda Prabhu is giving me, making me spend so much of my money. No, he is not thinking like that. He is very happy. So Raghunatha Goswami immediately he sent his own men to the village to purchase all kinds of eatables and bring them back. Raghunatha Goswami brought chipped rice, yogurt, milk, sweetmeats, sugar, bananas and other eatables and placed them all around. So as soon as they heard that there was a festival being held, all kinds of brahmanas and other gentlemen began to arrive. Thus there were innumerable people. So generally we see also, normal days there is some devotees. When there is festival there is generally more number of devotees. The news spreads. Seeing the crowd increasing, Raghunath Das arranged to eat more eatables from other villages. So he didn't say that Abhi Prasad ho gaya. No, he arranged from other nearby villages also. He also brought 200 to 400 large round earthen pots. He also obtained 5 to 7 especially large earthen pots, and these pots the Brahmana began soaking chipped rice for the satisfaction of Lord Nityananda. So in one place they soaked chipped rice in hot milk, and in other half of the chipped rice they mixed with yogurt, sugar and bananas. So these are the two varieties of preparations that is generally made. The chipped rice mixed with yogurt, sugar and bananas. Another is mixed with condensed milk and special type of banana known as champakala, and with sugar, clarified butter and camphor. Then after this, Nityananda Prabhu has changed his cloth for a new one and sat on a raised platform. The Brahmana brought before him the 7 huge pots. Along with Nityananda Prabhu, all the important associates also sat down in a circle. Ramdas, Sundaranand, Gadadhar, Murari, Kamlakar, Sadashiv and Purandara. Dhananjay, Jagadish, Parameshwar Das, Mahesh, Gauri Das, Oda Krishna Das. Similarly, there is Uddharananda Thakur and many other personal associates. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is always with his associates. So hearing this, all kinds of learned scholars, brahmanas and priests also went to that place. So then Lord Nityananda Prabhu honored the prasadam, and everyone was offered 2 earthen pots, one with chipped rice and condensed milk, another with chipped rice and yogurt. So no one could count how many people were there. There were unlimited number of people. So when the place got reduced, people were even standing in the Ganges. The land was filled. So people were even standing in Ganges and taking this 2 kinds of chipped rice. Means so many people came that all the land got covered by devotees. So Raghav Pandit, before this, he had invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home for the prasadam. So he was surprised to see that so many devotees are there and Lord Nityananda Prabhu is also busy. So he told Lord, you have forgotten to come to my house and honor the prasad. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, now I am with my associates, just like he felt the Ganges is like Yamuna. He said, I am a cowherd boy and I would like to be with my associates at the bank of Yamuna. So he was absorbed in Krishna Leela. So he said, I will come in the evening. So then then Lord Nityananda Prabhu gave Raghav Pandit also 2 pots of chip rice. So after this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu in meditation, he brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So no one was able to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only few of the intimate associates could perceive Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu personally took some of the morsels of chipped rice from the pots, and he started feeding Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, smiling, he also took some of the remnants, and then he started feeding Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and they were laughing. So in this way, uh, Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they appeared there and they gave their causeless mercy to uh, Raghunath Das Goswami. So, because Raghunath Das Goswami served the Vaishnavas in such a nice way, so Lord Nityananda Prabhu said that very soon you will be freed from this bondage of material existence. So eventually, Raghunath Das Goswami, he was always looking for an opportunity to leave home and run away, to surrender to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But his parents, they had kept lot of guards to protect him to not run away. So once his mother tells to his father, Vardhan Majumdar, that so we are trying to bind him with ropes and keeping at home. So his father says he got the special mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What will these ropes bind him? So we see that he has got married to a beautiful lady like Apsara, and also he has so much wealth. So these are not binding him. Even these things are not binding him. So what will these external ropes bind him? So Raghunath Das Goswami was looking for an opportunity to leave house. So once this Yadunandana Acharya and this Balram Acharya, they had engaged one priest to worship the deities. But somehow once that Pujari was not available, so they were requesting Raghunath Das Goswami to help. So Raghunath Das Goswami thought that this is a nice opportunity to escape, and he told that I will help in this matter. So with their help, he left their home, and then he ran away from that place and went to Jagannath Puri to surrender to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept him under Sarup Damodar Goswami. So he was always serving under Sarup Damodar Goswami. So when he initially came, Raghunath Das Goswami, every day with the money, because he was very, very rich, he arranged feast for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates. But then eventually he felt that this is not good, because still I am attached to my wealth. So then he stopped that. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Sarup Damodar Goswami that nowadays why he stopped, calling us for feast. So then he said he stopped that and he is not using any of the wealth of his father. Now he is only eating at the public gatherings where they serve the food to the public. So after some time, Raghunath Das Goswami was not even taking there. Then Lord Chaitanya asked what happened now. So he said that now he is begging alms outside the Simhadwar. So gradually Raghunath Das Goswami means he started becoming more and more renounced. So he thought that even begging at the Simhadwar is not correct, because I am thinking or I am expecting who will give nice foodstuffs like that. So then finally he stopped even that. So he was eventually taking whatever remnants, the prasadam remnants which were given to the Talinga cows. Even those cows, after eating it and smelling it, they would not like it, so they would spit it So that rice, which was not even eaten by the cows, he would wash that, and that he would take, Raghunath Das Goswami. So it is said that we should not imitate Raghunath Das Goswami because they are very exalted souls. They are very renounced. They can do like that. But the mood is that he wants to renounce all the material comforts of this world so that he can dedicate himself to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we can try to follow in his footsteps, but we may not be able to exactly follow what he did. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he heard this, he was very pleased. Not because he was not because he was just eating some rotten rice, but seeing his devotion. Because he had so much devotion to the Supreme Lord, that's why he was able to renounce all the things of this world. So Lord Chaitanya, he once went to Raghunath Das Goswami, and when Raghunath Das Goswami was about to take that rice, he snatched that rice and he himself ate. And he said that this is the best offering I ever got. So materially seeing, if you see, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was offered the best bhoga, like the devotees would arrange all the Chapan Bhog offerings from Jagannath Mandir, and he would get the best of sweets and rice, everything. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that this is the best ever offering. So materially, if you see, what, it's not in such a good shape. So then why Lord is saying like that? Because he was pleased with the renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami. Out of love and devotion for the Supreme Lord, how he is renouncing all the comforts of this world. So that pleased the heart of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So eventually Raghunath Das Goswami, once he asked Sarup Damodar Goswami what should be the duty of a renunciate. So that time he takes him to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs him what are the duties of a renunciate. Gramya katana sunibe, gramya vartana kahibe, balana kaibe ar balana paribe. Do not talk like people in general or hear what they say. You should not eat very palatable food, nor should you dress very nicely. Amani manada hai Krishna nama sadalaibe, Vrajai Radha Krishna seve manasa karibe. Do not expect honor, but offer all respect to others. Always chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, and within your mind render service to Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan. So these are some of the instructions given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami. Very important instructions. So eventually Lord Chaitanya tells Raghunath Das Goswami to go to Vrindavan, stay there, meet the Goswamis and serve him there. So while going, he gives him the Govardhan Shila, which he personally used to worship, and the Gunjamala. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to worship them, and he stayed on the banks of Radha Kund. So there are several pastimes how Raghunath Das Goswami was so much absorbed in chanting the holy names. So it is said that the rules and regulations means how he would practice devotional service very, very strictly. So every day he would chant 1 lakh holy names and offer at least 1000 obeisance to the Vaishnavas. So one day he was so much absorbed in chanting, there was one tiger which came to drink the water. So that time, to protect Raghunath Das Goswami, Krishna himself appears with a stick and sends that tiger away. One more time, when he was so much absorbed in chanting that there was hot sun, and Srimati Radharani personally comes there and covers the head of from top uh, Raghunath Goswami, so that he doesn't get the sun heat. So, seeing this Rup and Sanatan, they tell Raghunath Goswami that we are not supposed to take service from Radha Krishna. So they build one bhajan kutir for Raghunath Das Goswami, and they tell him that you should do your bhajan there. So that bhajan kutir is there on the banks of Radha Kund even now. So in this way, Raghunath Goswami totally absorbed himself in the devotional service of the Lord. So even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually disappears along with his associates. Raghunath Goswami also wanted to leave this world, but then the devotees request that you heard so many pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Sarup Damodar Goswami. You have also personally seen. So you should narrate these pastimes to all the Vaishnavas. So the early childhood pastimes were narrated by Murari Gupta in Nadia, and the later pastimes which are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he heard them from Raghunath Goswami. Every day he would speak on the banks of Radha Kund about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami hears these pastimes. So that's what he wrote in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So today is a very auspicious day. How Raghunath Das Goswami got mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all the Vaishnavas. So we can also pray to Raghunath Das Goswami that we can also get mercy of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda and renounce all the material pleasures of this world, so that we can absorb ourselves in devotional service of the Lord. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai. Shri Panihati Chiradahi Festival ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki. Samveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki.